I don't know why.
Hello everyone, welcome or perhaps welcome back to my channel. I'm Summer, and today's video I'm going to be reviewing all of the Carolina Herrera Good Girl collections besides the limited edition and the ones that have been discontinued or the ones that are no longer being sold. So in this video I'm going to be comparing them and telling you what I think my favorite fragrance is compared to all of them being like in mind, aside from the original Good Girl, because to me the original Good Girl is amazing. But just in general, if you already have the original Good Girl or you want to give someone else another gift outside of the original Good Girl, hopefully this can help you. For starters, we're gonna have to start with the bottles, okay? So of course I have the very first Good Girl, which is wow, okay? The bottle is stunning. Sorry about I literally just got a new one because I ran out of my other ounce. And this is what the original Good Girl looks like. And for those of you that do not know, if you get anything lower than the original 50 milliliter, so if you get like the 30 milliliter, you don't have the spray topper. It actually just comes with this part pulls off. I didn't know that at first because when I first got a new one of this one, I was trying to pull it off like I did the original one. And it doesn't do that if you have like a bigger size. So don't try to do that because it won't work and you don't want to damage your heel, okay? So of course this is the classic. This is very, very beautiful. But a thing that I feel like no one talks about is the atomizer. The atomizer is so nice and it never does wrong. Like it always sprays out perfectly good if you ask me. And with the original Good Girl, you can actually see how much you have left in it. It's so great. I'm a little bit concerned because I just got this when this was new and it's kind of right here, but okay. Anyways, so next we have the legere or legere. And this is what this one looks like, and you can as well see through this one. And this one has kind of like the same hill, and this one, it came out I think in 2018, I believe. Next we have the Good Girl Supreme, and this one has the little sparkly toe. It gives me like perfect holiday time vibes. I'm not sure why, but it just does. Lastly, we have Very Good Girl, and this is what this one looks like. So now that we have kind of like the small overview done with, I'm gonna go ahead and start off with the first fragrance. I'm actually going to save the original Good Girl till the very end because I feel as though most people already kind of know the original fragrance of Good Girl. And if not, you guys can skip to that part and just come right back to this one, but I'm going to be comparing it throughout anyways. Hopefully that is helpful. Legere or legere. Again, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. So this one is the 1.7 ounce, which does retail for about $107. You can pick this up at Sephora, your local Ulta. There's some other places that of course sell this as well if you were outside of the United States or, you know, whatever the case may be. And again, the atomizer, just so beautiful. But let's talk about like the main differences. I'm going to go ahead and read off the notes to you all. So the main accords are sweet, lactonic, white floral, woody, amber, citrus, and warm spicy. I really feel like when you first spray this, it smells very, very identical to a Good Girl when you first apply it. Like you kind of get like the sweetness. This is a very mild version to Good Girl, so I'm not trying to say that they're exactly identical because I feel like the dry down is very, very different. But upon the initial spray, it's very, very, I'm so sorry, my nails look horrible. But for me, I feel like that cedar, that musk, amber, and the jasmine is so prominent in this fragrance that it makes it nearly musky. Like I feel like this has a very musky appeal to it. At least for me, it smells so musky. It is incredibly musky. I also feel like it doesn't last as long as the actual Good Girl. Maybe 4 or 5 hours tops. Whereas I feel like the original Good Girl lasts for like forever. I feel like it definitely does still have like that sillage. If you walk past, people can definitely still smell you, especially if you spray like at the back of your neck or like near your hair or something. People can definitely still smell you. But my mom thought I was wearing the original Good Girl upon initial applying. She thought it smelled like that. Now this is a very milder version. So if Good Girl is something that is too strong for you, if Good Girl is something that you cannot handle, like it is taken you out, it is too much, this is a very, very milder version. So I think that you would enjoy this, and this would be way better for you to be able to take. So this one was definitely created for people that can't do this one. I still feel like it's kind of like a nighttime scent, but I feel like you would get away with this in the daytime. I don't care. I wear Good Girl in the daytime. I wear it in the daytime. I wear it in the afternoon. I wear it in the evening. Yes, I do. I'm one of those people that it has to be a special type of scent if you only want me to wear it a certain time zone, because if I buy it, I'm probably going to wear it. And I am. So, but this one's definitely way more milder, so you could probably honestly get away with it in the daytime and not be like extreme attention getter. Next, we have Supreme, and this one is as well in the 1.7 ounce. And as you guys can see, this one is beautiful. It's gorgeous. So I'm going to read you guys the notes to Supreme. So it's white, floral, vanilla, fruity, woody, aromatic, amber, tuberose, sweet, warm, spicy, earthly. So Supreme doesn't have many top notes, base notes, or middle notes. I feel like Supreme still kind of has that Swedish DNA, but it's kind of very like berry oriented. It smells almost kind of like a coffee berry blend, if that makes any sense. You're still getting like that bean smell to it. But it honestly smells kind of like a coffee berry. You really still smell like that tonka bean, but I feel like it smells very more like warm. It smells kind of like richer, a tad bit sweeter, but not as blaring as it is in the original Good Girl. It really smells very oriental on the opening, but when it dries down, you don't smell it as much. That's when like the tonka bean and all of that kind of takes over. But it smells very, very nice. This lasts for a very long time in my personal opinion. But I also feel like longevity of fragrances has to do with how you moisturize. If your skin is very moisturized, that could also help with your fragrance being able to last longer, also as well as like how you store your fragrance and things of that nature as well. All right, so now we have Very Good Girl. Okay, and this is the one that a lot of people really, really love. Out of all of these, I would say that most people, if they're not going to get Good Girl, or if they already have Good Girl, they're going to get Very Good Girl. But it does have that fruity berry playfulness to it that Good Girl Supreme does in the opening. But when it dries down, you still kind of smell it more on Very Good Girl. The main accords for Very Good Girl are fruity, rose, fresh, vanilla, tropical, soft, spicy, sweet, and sour. Yeah, so you have that lychee, red currant, rose, vanilla. I feel like this is very like fruity, fresh, and playful, not like little girl playful. I know this fragrance has also been compared to Delina, so I know a lot of people that like Delina have been saying this smells very, very similar. Now for summer is the final thoughts, okay? I, of course, still love the original Good Girl. Good Girl is amazing, okay? But if I had to pick any of the ones out of here that compare, like if I had to put it in an order, I would say that Good Girl Supreme is the next level up. I just think Good Girl Supreme smells so good. That coffee-ish, berry-ish. I feel like Good Girl Supreme has a very like creamy lactonic smell to it, more than the rest of them do, honestly. More than the rest of like the flankers do, honestly. And it smells so great. I really think that a lot of people sleep on Supreme, but at the same time, I enjoy fruity, playful scents like Very Good Girl, but it has to be like a certain type of scent. So I definitely understand why people choose Good Girl. I definitely understand why people choose Very Good Girl being the next one. However, I personally really, really love this one. So if I had to choose, it would be Good Girl, of course, always. Supreme would be my next one. If I had to choose from that, it would be Very Good Girl would be next. And this one is honestly my least favorite because I just feel like it smells so musky. It's too light for me, but again, I must like overpowering. I'm too used to the regular Good Girl. That must be it, maybe. But again, my mom really, really loves this one. She says it reminds her of a fragrance that has been discontinued from a while back. So this is a very, very good one if you cannot, no pun intended, if you think that Good Girl is original Good Girl is too strong for you, and if you really, really enjoy playful scents. Essentially, you cannot go wrong with any Good Girl that you decide to pick up. So please comment down below and let me know all of the Good Girl fragrances that you have tried, or if you'll be picking up any soon. I would love to hear your thoughts. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please do not forget to hit the subscribe button if you would like to see more content from me, and hopefully I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.
So cool, but lately you've been acting brand new. You were so different when I met you, and ain't gonna lie,